So today we've got the Pso-Rite, and what we're gonna do on this follow along workout is help release the psoas muscle and all of the muscles in your hip and hip flexors. So stay tuned. I've already made a video like this, but today I'm gonna use commentary because I did get a little feedback where, hey, this is just music, can you explain what you're doing here? And when I did start my YouTube journey a little bit earlier, I was making follow along workouts without commentary and just music. So today we're doing an updated version on the Pso-Rite tool of how to release these tight muscles in your hip flexors. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know who it is. It's Frank, and on this channel, I like to help you feel, move, and look better through mobility training and nutrition. As always, on this follow along workout, if you'd like to go ahead and skip straight to it, please click that link down in the description or down in the comment sections below, and we're gonna get straight to it. I've got the Pso-Rite out, and if you don't remember from way back when, I did make this video, got a little bit of views on there, and recently, I go through all my comments and try and answer them the best I can, and someone really wanted to know what the heck I was doing because you kind of want to know what you're feeling, and this thing can be a little intense, but anybody who's got low back pain, hip pain, maybe you've seen a therapist, and really I find the only way sometimes to actually release the tightness of my hips or my back is get a freaking deep tissue massage therapist. I've had a therapist for over 4 years. Wouldn't mess my sessions for the world. Every Tuesday at 1 p.m. I'm there getting worked on, and it's just one of those things. Until I can't afford it or until I die, I'm gonna keep getting worked on because I want to improve my body. But anywho, this is the next best damn thing. Love this tool, and actually I was using a kettlebell many years ago, and this company sent me this tool, so I am not sponsored, I'm not affiliated with it, I just really like it. But I will probably do another video in the future of actually how to release tight hips using a kettlebell. That's how I first started releasing my hips, was just mashing on a kettlebell. So if you don't have this tool and you want to give it a shot, you can get a kettlebell and simulate this, and you're gonna kind of make a V, right? So you have like a V, when you're looking down on the ground, you're kind of like make a V. And then in that direction of that V, you're gonna so you have your hip bone, it kind of draws across. You're gonna just draw that right there, and you're gonna mash on that. So if you wanna alternate sides during this workout using a kettlebell, you can. So anywho, what we're gonna do is we got 5 moves. We're gonna start with a hip flexor mash for a couple minutes. All right, the next 2 minutes, we're gonna do an alternating straight leg kick or a straight leg extension. Then the next 2 minutes after that, minutes 5 and 6, we're gonna do an abdominal mash. Then we're gonna come back in minutes 7 and 8, we're gonna do a bent knee extension, alternating. Last one, we're gonna go back to hip flexor mash. If you need to take a break in between any of this, go for it. If you want to reference my other video that just has music, and I know some people didn't like the music I used, but you know what? In this world of YouTube, I gotta find some copyright-free songs. Netflix is my jam, and I use them. So anyway, if you want to reference my old video, I have some music on there. I'm going through the exercises. But if you'd like, I'm gonna go through this workout with you today. So it's 10 minutes long. We've got 5 moves. One of the moves is gonna be repeated twice. Each move is 2 minutes long, and we're just gonna go through it. So with that being said, as always, like my massage therapist tells me, make sure you stay hydrated. So if you are getting a massage or doing this workout, I do recommend having a full bottle of water before and probably after, because sometimes when you're massaging these muscles, it can release toxins into the body. I remember a long time ago, I was training a lady, had her son, he got a deep tissue massage, he threw up. He just had so much toxins built up in his body, it caused him to be sick. So anywho, I like doing this just to really help flush out a lot of that junk that could be released when you are massaging the body. So anywho, grab a bottle of water, let's get hydrated, let's smash today's Pso-Rite Psoas hip flexor release workout. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get 15 seconds on the clock, and we're gonna get our water, stay hydrated. I've been drinking plenty of water, so I'm not gonna drink the whole bottle. Anywho, and we're gonna get on this tool. And we're gonna start. So when I get started, this is gonna go, like I have my hip bone, hip flexors, I'm gonna kinda get right in between there. So place this down onto the ground, and then lightly, ever so lightly, you're gonna just lay on here. And use your hands in a plank position, and we're gonna slowly sink. So what I like to do is I'm just gonna kinda give it a little wiggle, okay? I'm just kinda going left and right. And then what I can do is I can take a deep breath of air. I'm gonna inhale, and then exhale, and I'm just sinking, right? Again, if it's too intense, you can use your knees and your hands and then take some pressure off, but don't flex your hips and your hip flexors, your abs. Just try and relax. Just try and relax. So we're just sinking left and right, and this is all we're doing to start off doing this. And like I said, if it's too intense, maybe you only do this for a minute and then take a break for a minute and then go back. On my first video I ever did, I did 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, but we're just mashing side to side. So these hip flexors get tight, and a lot of times your therapist might say, hey, your psoas is tight, and that's a muscle. My anatomy might be a little wrong here, but it does connect from your vertebrae on your lumbar spine, and it crosses around the pelvis and then attaches to your femur, to the top of the thigh and your leg, and that's where it attaches. So you have all these intricate muscles, your hip flexors, they get very tight. And sitting, like I say, is the new smoking. So if you sit a lot and you're working from home or driving, your hips get tight. That can cause lower back pain. Also, it can just, cause your body to be in this forward posture. So what we're doing here is just kind of paying attention, just listen to the body. You don't want to go too intense, but I'm massaging left and right. So this should be a little bit more therapeutic. You can maneuver around a little bit, but we're just moving left and right, okay? And then about 20 seconds, we're gonna go into the next move, but I'm just gently massaging these hips. You should feel a little pressure. If you have sharpshooting pain or very extreme discomfort, stop and see a doctor. Do not do this workout. But if you feel okay, just kind of going through it. So we're starting here. All right, now next couple minutes, we're gonna move back just a little bit. So I'm just gonna hit a little different area, and I'm gonna alternate legs. So nice and easy. I'm gonna put the weight into one leg to start, just a little bit. I'm gonna lift. Bent knee extensions, okay? I'm gonna go to the other side, I'm gonna alternate, I'm gonna lift. And then, just lift. So my back's actually a little tight. This is good for it because, injured my knee back last year in August, and I did the heaviest leg workout in 1 year, and my back got tight. I should have used the belt, but anyway. So I'm lifting, I'm just alternating nice and easy. Again, in between these bent knee extensions, if you want to give a little hip mash. Again, we started here, right over the hips. I went down a little bit, hitting a little different angle. And we're just bending and then lifting, just a little bit. If you want to stay on one side, go for it. Little lift and then back down. You don't have to do much. A little goes a long way here. Slightly lift the leg and then bring it back down. Because the beauty of this, it's stretching that tissue. You can't do this yourself. So, well, I mean, you can, but it's harder to do it without a therapist. But with this, what you're doing is you're putting pressure on the muscle, and then we're going through extension and we're stretching it. So it's gonna help release it. It's gonna help get more oxygenated blood and just more blood flow through that area to help open it up. So same thing on the other side. We might do a few passes here, bend that knee, lean, and then just extend a little bit. And again, my right side's a lot tighter, me being right-handed, right dominant, so I generally feel that a little bit more. And again, you might only do a couple of minutes of this. This could be plenty. You don't have to do a lot, but I've been working out a lot. I like to just hang out here, check emails, text message, and just massage these hips because it gets so tight. So I'm gonna lift, bringing it up, back down, and we can alternate just a little bit here, bending the knee, lifting, switching sides. And again, if you need to modulate some of the pressure, you can maybe use your hand and up and just lightly, ever so lightly lift that leg up, okay? Next, let's scoot down a little bit more. This can get very intricate. So inhale and then exhale. I like to start here. This is deep, okay? Inhale. One more time. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale. This is sinking deep. And I can't, when I'm talking, you can really feel this. Be very, very careful when you do this because this is deep into my abdominals right now. I'm doing a little bit of wiggling, but also this is, it's massaging that tissue in there, okay? So I know my body. I see a therapist every single week. He works on my hips, so I can kind of do this kind of stuff. But if you're having trouble with it, maybe you don't go all the way super deep, okay? But play around with it. You might scoot down a little bit. And then here, deep breath, because my abs are tense, exhale. One more time, deep breath of air. And as I do that, every time you breathe in and then you exhale, the diaphragm releases and it allows you to go a little bit deeper. And it's just a way to relax. So this is super deep in there, massaging. Again, I'm gonna come up. Whew. The second you come up, it's like everything tenses up sometimes. So I'm gonna go back onto the abdominal, inhale. and then exhale. So my right side is very tight. I can feel it. So I'm gonna nurture that side just a little bit more. And massaging there. And you can get really sore doing this. So like I said, maybe 5 minutes of this video, stop, pause, try it again, you know, in a couple more days. Because I guarantee you this 10 minutes, you're gonna get your abs sore, because this is just like when we strength train and resistance train, we're tearing apart muscle tissue. When you massage, you're also pulling apart this tissue. So we wanna be sure that we do this safely. So don't go too long. And if you're feeling any kind of discomfort, please stop immediately. Okay, nice and easy. Now we're gonna go back towards the hips, and then we're gonna do some straight leg extensions. So just a little different. We're still here, but now I'm gonna keep the leg straight and then lift. And we're gonna alternating straight leg extensions. Lifting up just a little bit. So even as I'm doing this, I can feel my lower back a little bit. But the beauty of this is these hips, they always get so tight. So I'm just lifting, just alternating the legs. See, now I can actually go a little bit higher. So since I've been here a little bit more, just like in yoga sometimes when I'm holding a stretch, I'm going for a long period of time. The bent knee is a little tough, right? I use that to start because it's a small movement, but the straight leg, I get a little bit more extension. Look, I can even feel my glute contract. So even when you're doing it, you might try and contract the glute there. I'm gonna switch sides. Whew. You wouldn't believe it, this is a workout, but so my right side of my back's tight, so I really feel it here. So again, use your hands, use your legs to help modulate the pressure. Extension, straight leg, relax. And we're just massaging. Now, generally this is definitely a little bit longer, so I gotta keep saying this. If you're feeling a little uncomfortable, please stop, okay? If you need to get onto a different spot, like see I'm massaging some different areas here. I'm going a little bit lower. This is definitely a little bit more towards my lower groin. So I'm just rocking in here a little bit. So we're gonna try it. Let's see if we can lift. And so I can do that a little bit more freely, but it's very sensitive there. So it's very hard to explain, but if you ever feel like a twinge in a nerve or something like that, definitely stop. So this is not feeling as good in there. So I'm gonna go back up a little bit. Always feel free to adjust this pressure where you're going, okay? So we're just trying to alternate. And we're lifting these legs straight, switching sides. Again, you might have a little bend in the legs, and that's okay. And then the last one here, last 2 minutes, we're back to square one. I'm just trying to relax. Inhale, exhale, and just sink. So this thing is deep inside my hip flexor region. I'm just pushing into there. And you can feel it, I think, right when you get on this tool, if you're using a kettlebell. So for example, if you were using a kettlebell, you can just alternate sides. I mean, you'll have to set a timer and every minute on the minute, just alternate sides. But don't worry, I'll have a follow-along workout using a kettlebell. It's very similar to this. But I can feel my right side, and you know, I'm right-handed, so ever since I was a kid, every time I kicked a soccer ball when I played soccer or picked anything up, my right side was just more dominant, so I felt it more. So I can actually lean to that side a little bit and I feel it. So this is helping apply pressure into that muscle and relaxing it. Even Joe Rogan talked about this thing on his podcast. It's pretty cool, and especially if you're an MMA fighter, any kind of athlete doing any kind of sprinting or running, it's very important that you work on these hips. And you'll know that you'll have to get some sort of, you know, either deep tissue work or some assisted stretching. I'm telling you, like, you know, people didn't lie to me when I was 21 and, you know, I was starting to train clients and, you know, oh, wait till you're 50, you're gonna feel it. I'm like, okay. But I mean, even me practicing as much mobility as I do, dang man, like, you know, even 37, like body feels it. All these little injuries I've had from when I was younger, inline skating, mountain biking, snowboarding, they add up. So I find it so important now that we gotta do this more than ever. So we're almost done. Just massaging side to side. I know there's not a lot going on in this workout, but believe it or not, this can actually get pretty intense. Whew. And my hips are loose. Wow, so I know that's gonna probably get a little bit of soreness into my hips, but again, this Pso-Rite tool is amazing. And like I said, you could use a kettlebell very similarly. And again, just kind of make that in a V. So if you had a V with the kettlebell, one side, you'll just lay right on top of that. And again, your hip bones, they're gonna kind of go in this direction there. You just wanna get this tool right in between it. So I really hope you enjoyed this workout. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If there's any other hip release tools you recommend or you want me to review. But this is one of the best ones I've found, and actually it found me. I wasn't even looking for it because I was using a kettlebell before. But I generally, when any of my clients have any kind of hip pain or back pain, I put them on this thing first. And usually they're kind of like curious, like, wait, you know, why are we trying to massage my hips? I have back pain. And generally, it's not that you have back pain because the hips are so tight and these hip flexor muscles pull on towards that lumbar spine area and that vertebrae where all those muscles are attached, and then those muscles get tweaked. Now, yeah, sometimes you might lift something a little too heavy and that muscle gets tight, but more times than not, your glutes are tight or your hips are tight, and we need to release those muscles in that hip flexor region and your glutes to help decrease that tension you might be feeling in your back. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're brand new to the channel, please go ahead and consider subscribing. Click that notification bell so you never miss any of my latest content. And again, let me know what other pieces of content you would like to see, what other workouts I could help you with, or any other information you would like to know, because I'd love to help you on your fitness journey and get you in the best shape of your life. So like I said, I do have another video. If you want to reference that, please click that link down in the description. I'll have it down in the comment section also as well. It's my original Pso-Rite muscle release workout. And I did some stuff mashing the adductors into the inner thigh and the groin, and I did a few little different moves, but today I just wanted to really sink into this thing and do a little extended drill. Normally I do like 1 minute on, exercises, sometimes 45 seconds on, 15 seconds break. Maybe if you're super brand new, watch my first video, but at least you're gonna kind of know how this feels as I'm talking you through this one, just to get my thoughts and feelings on it. And then maybe you try my other one because there's a little bit more rest breaks in between. So anywho, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and can't wait to see you checking out some of my other content, and I will see you in the next workout.
I keep on working, got purpose and worth. Music's my cure and this world is my purse. Get rid of this curse with every verse. Of course I've been hurt, but some have been much worse. Leave me alone, get out of my head. Block out the opinions until I am dead. They all go to speak, but you listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on a flag. I sail this ship and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back, I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket I smash, I'm like a pack. I'm about to stack it like cash. It's gonna happen so fast.
Never changed my